Wrestling with mediocrity is a tough battle. You're just average, in the middle. And I don't want to say that I grew up dirt broke poor, but I also didn't grow up super wealthy and rich. And this isn't no hate to my parents. I love them to death. My parents made sure that I always had food on the table, that there was always electricity, there was water. If I needed anything for school, if I needed anything just like needs to survive, I always had it. And by the grace of God, I was able to get two parents that were able to help me get to this point. Like, I'm still alive. I don't have none of these things to where because of my childhood now I can't succeed in life. My parents did exactly what they needed to do to get me to this point, which is to survive. And because my parents did the best that they can, the only reward for them is to give the best that I can for them. And it's not living the life that they live or giving me the same life that they gave me. It's giving them more of what they gave me. It's being so grateful that I'm here alive that now I have to give them the absolute best life. Any sort of struggle that they went through in terms of raising me, anything to where they were stressing about it, I think it's my duty to help them, relieve them of any sort of current stresses like that. And it's hard because though I am fine, I am okay, I always have food, I always had these things, it's this wrestle, which is mediocrity. Because I was always just okay. I wasn't dirt broke poor. I wasn't super wealthy. I was just okay. And it feels like my life, I've always just been mediocre at just a lot of things. And I hate to say it, but it's true. I've always just been okay. I wasn't the best baseball player, but I also wasn't the worst. I was just there, in the middle, in between. And that shit pisses me off. It pisses me off that even when I was lifting weights back then, I wasn't really the best at it, but I also wasn't the worst. I was just in the middle, in between. And you've seen this trend in my life to where I've always just been in the middle, just in between. And that shit pisses me off. Why can I not have the absolute best? Why don't I do what's required to get the absolute best? Why have I always just gone out for just being average, being okay, or in between? And that shit pisses me off. It drives me fucking insane that I know I can do great things. I know I have that potential to go out there and have a killer business, have killer friends, have just a killer fucking life, because I went out there and went after it. And it's this constant battle that I have with myself, that one side of me wants to just be okay with what it has, but the other side, the side that I'm always leaning on, I'm always listening to, I'm always making decisions based on this side of my brain, is saying, you can have more. You should have more. You deserve more only because you work extremely hard at these things. And it's just this constant battle. And I see it with some of the old friends that I had, to where they were just okay with their mediocre life. They were okay playing video games, okay playing a shitty job, okay having a shitty girl, okay just being average. I can't fucking stand that word of just being average, just being okay. That doesn't sit right with me. And at times I go through periods to where things are okay, they don't seem that bad. You know, I'm still surviving, I'm still eating, though I could have more. At times it's like I'm wrestling against the past of just being mediocre and average, and I have to constantly tell myself there's more. I can do more. I can work harder. I can put in more hours. There's always more that I can't do. And this is constant battle with my mind. And that's why I tell you guys all the fucking time, be very intentional with what you do. Understand that there's a purpose out there for you. There's a goal. There's someone looking for you out there. And they're not gonna find you if you're just doing average shit. If you're just doing the same shit that you've always done that never pushes you to your uncomfortable zone. That you always want to stay comfortable. Always go after the things that push you to become different, to become better. I've always found growth in those specific areas, bro. Every single time that I've put off challenging myself, that I've put off doing something that makes me uncomfortable, every time that I've just pushed shit off for later, it comes back to bite me in the ass years later. And it pisses me off. Bro, I'm just like you. I don't want to go through all this shit every single day. It messes with my mind to the point to where I think that everything that I'm doing is just bad and I'm wasting my time. And yeah, bro, sometimes I really want to quit. Sometimes it's like the other side of my mind, the average mind, says, you know what? Let's relax. Let's just quit. Let's just work this job that you have now. You can grow. You can do this. You can raise a family. You know, in a few years, you can, you know, get this house or whatever. And I'm like, no, there's more that I can do. I can't let this side of my mind dictate what the actual part of my mind wants to do. And it's just this constant battle every fucking day. And so I always tell myself, like, every day, like, today can't be the day that changes everything. Today can't be that day that all the goals, all the things that you've been working on starts to make sense today. And it's only a matter of you, number one, believing in yourself, but number two, backing up those beliefs with your actions. And so things like waking up early, things like reading my Bible, praying to God, trusting in Him, doing the work. Sometimes, bro, I drag myself to the work because I fucking dread it. Sometimes I drag myself to this gym because sometimes I fucking hate it. I don't have, like, even with the perfect techniques of, like, getting yourself to the gym and being consistent, sometimes that shit just falls over. Nothing makes sense. I woke up late. I don't want to do anything. And I still drag myself to it. Because I can't have an average life. That's not for me. It's disrespectful to myself. It's disrespectful to my parents. It's disrespectful to just little me as well. And I put myself in this state of mind to where if I don't give my absolute best, then what the fuck is the point of just living this life? And it's very cruel, it's very raw, it's very real, but I don't give a fuck. That is what I need. I need that constant reminder that, like, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna disrespect your family. You're not gonna become this person that you told everybody that you would. And that's why I have my best friend push me to it when I don't want to do something. I have my mentor to where I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. He calls me out on it. Those small accountability partners really help me out to go to the next level. It all starts with the mind. You making your scenario way worse than it actually is. You looking at yourself from the third point of view and saying, is this the life that I want? And a lot of you is going to be like, fuck no. I'm working this shitty job. I'm fucking jerking off. Nothing is going well. I'm making shit money. I'm out of shape. Nothing that I've done for the last 5 years have gone my way. And you know what? The way that I'm looking at it, the next 20 to 40 years are going to be the exact fucking same. I get to decide. You get to decide how you want to live your life. And a lot of people, it's like they're afraid of just having the accountability, the responsibilities to make their life worth something, to do something incredible, something they've never done in their life. Yes, it is fucking scary. It is worrisome. It's stressful at times. But that's the point. It's getting to that point to where, fuck, man, like I have all these things going on. I have all these goals. I have all these responsibilities. But that's the point. It's taking yourself to a place where you've never been. Because when you're scared, it's that uncertainty that you don't know if what you're doing is going to work. It's like going to a haunted house. You don't know what's in there. That is what keeps you afraid. You just don't know what's in there. You don't know when it's going to come out. You don't know what type of stuff you're going to see, what sorts of sounds. There's all this uncertainty within yourself, and you not knowing that makes you scared. Because it's like working on your goals blindfolded. You can't fucking see it, but you just like believe that on the other side, everything you've ever wanted is there. You got to keep working. You got to keep pushing. You got to do what you're supposed to do. And if you got to wrestle mediocrity, you got to wrestle yourself, you got to wrestle that inner bitch of yours, do it every fucking day. Because your actions will lead to one or two things. To the person you don't want to become, listening to your inner bitch, listening to your excuses, listening to all these things that are not true, or it's actions towards a person that you want to become. Waking up early, going to the gym, meal prepping, etc. Every single choice that you make is for one or the other. So what choices are you going to make? God bless you guys. Love making these videos. And have a great rest of your day.